Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Islamic Explanation, a place where we together increase knowledge, strengthen faith, and draw closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In this channel, we will discuss various Islamic topics ranging from studies, inspirational stories, motivation to migrate, and stories of converts to tips for living according to Islamic guidance. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our latest videos. Hopefully what is conveyed will be a charity and benefit us all. Rachel Monroe is a familiar name among American investigative journalists. With a brilliant career and a reputation as a tough reporter who is not afraid to uncover the truth, she is often sent to conflict zones to cover the news. But the assignment to Gaza in late 2024 was a turning point that she never imagined. As for the life-changing journalistic mission, initially Rachel came to Gaza with full of prejudice. She brought a personal mission in addition to her journalistic duties, to prove that the narrative formed by the media about the suffering in Gaza was often exaggerated or manipulated. She was skeptical of claims of injustice, and even more skeptical of Islam, a religion that she felt was too often associated with conflict. However, the reality on the ground hit Rachel harder than she expected. She witnessed firsthand the suffering of children, the resilience of mothers, and the sincerity of people who had lost everything but still called on the name of God in peace. She saw collapsed houses, broken families, but also witnessed the spirit of brotherhood and hope that never died. One of the key points in her journey came when she met Sheikh Abdul Karim, a local cleric who had lost his 2 children in an airstrike. Rather than being filled with anger, the sheikh greeted Rachel with gentleness and answered all her questions calmly. They spoke at length about the concept of divinity in Islam, about patience, and about the love in the Quran. Rachel was shocked to hear verses of the Quran being recited directly by refugee children, knowing them by heart, in soft yet confident voices. Amid the ruins and uncertainty, they found a lifeline in something Rachel had previously viewed as an ancient dogma: faith. The days in Gaza changed Rachel. She was no longer just writing reports, but began to reflect on the meaning behind everything she saw. Amid the sound of bombs and children crying, she began to hear her own inner voice. She began reading translations of the Quran, asking more questions of the villagers, and increasingly feeling that there was a void in her life that was now starting to be filled. The climax came when she witnessed a boy named Yusuf still smiling after losing his family. When asked why he could still laugh, Yusuf replied, "Because I believe they are now with Allah." Life is short. What is important is that we remain patient. That simple sentence shattered the wall in Rachel's heart. She cried, not because she was sad, but because for the first time in her life, she felt touched by a truth that could not be explained by logic. It could only be felt. Right on the night of the month of Ramadan, Rachel decided to pronounce the Shahada. In a mosque that was almost leveled to the ground, with only one small room left for gathering, Rachel was accompanied by Sheikh Abdul Karim and several Gazans to declare her Islam. She chose the name Rahika, which means fragrant tenderness. The news of her decision to convert to Islam immediately shocked the world. Western media doubted her decision. Some claimed she was just suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. Others accused her of seeking sensation. But Rachel did not waver. She knew that this was a choice of the heart, not because of pressure, not because of trends, but because she had seen the truth with her own eyes and heart. Returning to America with a new mission after returning to America, Rachel faced tough challenges. Her career was nearly ruined, her friends shunned her, and she was branded a traitor. But she never regretted it. She wrote a book called Faith in the Rubble: My Journey from Doubt to Islam, which became an instant bestseller and inspired many to see Islam from a more just and honest perspective. Today, Rachel is active as a speaker at various interfaith dialogue forums and is a loud voice for those who are oppressed, not only in Gaza, but throughout the world. She believes that guidance can come at any time, even in the darkest places. The decision of Rachel Monroe, a prominent reporter, to embrace Islam was not just surprising, it was shocking. CNN called it a controversial move by a senior journalist. Fox News was even harsher. Was Rachel brainwashed in Gaza? But behind the negative spotlight, thousands of messages of support poured in, especially from Muslim communities around the world. Palestinian activists uploaded video clips of Rachel's shahada that went viral on social media. In the video, dressed simply and with puffy eyes, Rachel recites the 2 sentences of the shahada in a trembling voice, then cries as she is hugged by the Gazan women who are watching. Family and close circle, between rejection and acceptance. Rachel's father, a war veteran and a staunch supporter of conservative American values, was initially furious. He saw her decision as a betrayal of the values of the nation. Rachel recounts in her book, "My father didn't say a word when I came home. He just looked at me like I was an outsider." But her mother, the gentler of the two, slowly came to understand. She saw a new calm in Rachel that she had never seen before. "You look like someone who's finally come home," she said one night. Her fellow journalists were also divided. Some quietly defended her, but many withdrew. But Rachel stood firm. "I don't need everyone to understand. I just need to know who I am now." Faith in the Rubble is not just a memoir of a spiritual journey. It is also an honest portrait of a Western woman who dared to challenge stereotypes and find guidance in a place that for most people is just a battlefield. Some of the most moving quotes from her book: "I came to Gaza looking for a story, and I came home with a new soul. Islam didn't erase my logic, it gave me direction. I didn't become an Arab, I didn't become someone else. I just became the most honest version of myself. When I first touched the Quran, I thought I was reading a foreign book. But after a while, I felt like I was reading a love letter from God that He had written to me a long time ago." The book became the starting point for a new discussion about Islam in the West. Rachel was invited to various talk shows, some open, others stressful, but she kept smiling, remained patient, and never abandoned her new principles. New mission, a voice for the unheard. Now Rachel, or Rahika, actively advocates for humanitarian issues through an organization she founded called Voice Behind the Wall, an institution that focuses on education, humanitarian aid, and Islamic literacy in conflict areas. She often says, "I'm not a preacher, but I know what it's like to look for answers and not find anyone who is honest. So I want to be that person for anyone who is asking." Rachel Monroe's story is a depiction of the search for meaning amidst chaos and how the light of truth can emerge even from the darkest places. From a skeptical reporter who came to Gaza with doubts and prejudices, Rachel found peace, confidence, and a new direction in her life through Islam. Her decision to embrace a religion she had long misunderstood was not an impulsive decision, but the result of inner turmoil, deep questioning, and first-hand experience with people who live Islam with love, patience, and steadfastness. Despite being faced with criticism, rejection, and social consequences, Rachel remained steadfast on the path she believed was right. With the new name Rahika, she not only found her spiritual identity, but also a new mission in life: to be a bridge of understanding between the West and the Muslim world, and to be a voice for those who have been marginalized. Rachel's story reminds us that guidance can come at any time, to anyone and in any condition, even amidst the ruins of a city destroyed by war. Because sometimes it is from destruction that a more meaningful life is born. Friends of Islamic Explanation, see you in the next video.